Hello, everyone. Welcome to How to Create Flow and Abundance in Your Life. I am really excited to share with you how to be able to be in the flow when it comes to abundance, and why that's so important in creating more abundance in your life. So I'm going to share my screen so you can be able to see all the slides that are here. So give me a second to get this set up. Here we go. Hopefully you can see this. So today I want to share with you why abundance isn't something we acquire. It's really something that we tune into. And the reason why this mindset is so critical is it's really about getting ourselves in alignment with abundance. A lot of times we think that we are separate from abundance, or that we have to do specific things to create abundance. And what I want to share with you is that abundance really starts in your mind and how you approach your life. So what I believe is that abundance is something you must create with your mindset. And it all starts with your mindset. And the reason why this is the foundation is because our beliefs create our reality. We have blocks to abundance that hold us back, or they act like blind spots or filters. So it could be where you don't see the abundance that's available to you because you have negative beliefs or misperceptions that keep you out of the awareness of the abundance that's available to you, or opportunities that are available to you. And unfortunately, you can end up attracting the opposite of what you want. If you don't have an abundant mindset, it's going to be really difficult for you to keep what you do have or to grow it, because your mind is going to be focused on the opposite, which is scarcity. So what I want you to understand is that in order to create flow and abundance in your life, you must create an abundant mindset. That's the foundation. And when you create an abundant mindset, you will look through life with the lens of abundance. So what is abundance? Well, abundance is it's a state of mind. And what I want you to do for a moment is just think about what comes to your mind when you think of abundance. Do you think of money, love, success, prosperity, joy, freedom, wealth? What words or images come up for you when you think of abundance? And it's going to be different for everyone. And as you think about this, maybe an image comes to mind, and it might be something like money, or it might be a house, or it might be something else that you want. And what I'm going to invite you to do is really connect with the feeling that's underneath it. And usually it's a feeling that we have when we feel abundant. And I described abundant feeling words like joyful, success, prosperity, happiness, gratitude. All of those are abundant feelings that in the form of something like money represent your abundance. So let me take a moment to just define abundance for you. So abundance is basically defined as an all-sufficiency of supply. It's a measure of good, and it relates to all the things that I just described and more. So essentially, abundance is when you are in the place of having. Okay, you may feel full, you may feel like you're in the flow. So really, it's a state of being. That's what abundance is. And there are particular principles of abundance, and when you learn and apply these principles, it'll help you tune into the state of abundance, stay in the state of abundance, and that allows you to be in the flow. Okay, so you are in the right place if you are someone who you want to create more ease with abundance, you want to have more flow with abundance, you want to be free of limitations and insecurities you might have around abundance. You want to have a healthy and positive relationship with abundance, and particularly money. You're you could also be in the right place if you're afraid of running out of money, or you feel like there isn't enough money to pay the bills or to buy what you want, and you really want to get past this. You are also in the right place if you believe that you have to work hard for money and you aren't able to relax, enjoy, or have fun with money. So let me tell you a little bit about who I am and why I'm teaching this to you. So my name is Shannon Tran. I am a licensed clinical psychologist. I'm a certified energy healer, and I'm also a certified money practitioner. And, you know, I've been studying money for a really long time, on a real practical level at first. I've read like all the personal financial books you could imagine. And I've done that for the last 10 years because I was just so fascinated with this concept of, you know, abundance and particularly money, and what does it take to have a healthy relationship with money. And I did this because growing up, I came from a family that didn't have a healthy relationship with money. And I'm going to share that later. But the joke for me growing up is I have a cousin I'm very close to, and growing up, he would often say, "Don't worry, Mom, I'm starving at Shannon's." And just because, you know, just there was quite a bit of lack growing up in our household. And so I didn't see just how much that affected how I perceived things until I really started to study and understand money. And I studied money on the practical side through reading books and learning about personal finances. And I've also attended Dave Ramsey's money course, his Financial Peace University, and learned a lot of practical techniques that way. And then most recently, I wanted to really understand the energy of money and how our beliefs attract our experience of abundance. Because it's one thing to learn the practical side, like the how-to, but if you don't have the correct beliefs and mindset to go with it, you're not going to get the best results, or you'll get inconsistent results, or you'll just end up feeling really frustrated. So what I love to do is combine the practical side with the energetic side so that you have a really powerful approach in your relationship with abundance, and specifically money. I'm also a mother of 3 wonderful children, and this is my family, and we love to travel, and I have an amazing husband, and I have a job that I love. So I've created a lot of abundance in my life, and most recently, I really created a lot of time abundance, and I can share that on a different webinar. So for me, abundance means having time to spend with the people I love, doing what I love, having all the resources that I need. So, and taking good care of myself. So for me, abundance also means having a healthy body, having loving and healthy relationships. And so I look at abundance as in all aspects of my life. I look at it from a very holistic point of view. So it's not just in one form, like money, but it's in many forms, including my health, my relationships with family and friends, the work that I do, my spirituality. So I really look at abundance from many different angles and approach it from a holistic point of view. So today I want to share 3 secrets that will boost your abundance. And you probably want to take some notes or write this down, because if you implement this alone, it's really going to make a difference in your life. I've been studying this for a while, so this is really powerful when we implement some basic key concepts and we see how those concepts really change our experience, and we notice a difference. It can just be very powerful and exciting, and it can really get the momentum going for you. And you can start to see shifts right away. So the first secret to boosting your abundance is you've got to free up mental and physical space to make room for new beliefs, new thoughts, new feelings, and new experiences. And this is because our current beliefs and expectations shape our reality. And if you have a lot of hidden fears or negative expectations, it's really going to make it difficult for you to see the abundance that's available to you and take inspired action, because you're going to be coming from a place of lack and scarcity. And so just really notice, like, take a second to pay attention to your current thoughts and beliefs around money. So what do you think about, or what thoughts come to mind when you think of abundance? Like, do you think it's for other people? Do you think you don't deserve it? Do you have like a fixed point of view about it? Like, oh, it's only about money. Remember, because abundance is much more than money. Money's one form of abundance. So just even notice your current thoughts and beliefs around money and your expectations. Were you told money doesn't grow on trees? Were you told money's bad or money's dirty? All of the messages that we received growing up from our family and society is going to influence how we think about money, and those beliefs can block the flow. Not only money, but just abundance in general. So the second secret to boosting your abundance is you want to reprogram your mind for abundance, right? So this involves releasing all the negative expectations and fears you have around money. And there's many processes and tools to be able to do that. But first of all, you need to know what those blocks are, right? So creating space, starting to notice, having that awareness, paying attention to your language and your expectations. So like when I was working on my abundance, what I noticed is, like, when I would spend money, I would feel like kind of tense and uptight and fearful, which I thought was really strange. And what I needed to work on is being more relaxed about spending money. I was okay saving it, and I was okay earning it. But what would happen is I had a difficult time spending it. And that was about like hidden fears of, would there be enough? Is it okay to spend on myself? So there's different aspects that you want to work on when it comes to looking at your abundance. And I'm using money as an example, but you can apply this to all areas of your life. And so you want to declutter the negative thoughts and expectations that you have. You want to find ways to release those negative expectations so you're more open to the flow and you're more open to inviting abundance in your life. And the last thing you want to do is you want to engage in activities that support your abundance. So for instance, you can do gratitude journaling. You can learn to focus on the good in your life. You can give to others. You can read and write down affirmations. You can sing playful songs around abundance. But you want to, just like a muscle, you want to exercise your mindset around abundance. And the way to do that is daily exercise. So you want to work on daily doing activities that boost your abundance. So looking for the good. Now, that's the third step, because I mentioned the first secret to boosting your abundance is you have to release and declutter. So the analogy would be like, if you just try to bring a bunch of new furniture in your home and you didn't clean out the old furniture or clean your home, it's going to actually be really cluttered and it's not going to mesh, and it won't flow, right? So a lot of people like to skip to the third secret, which is really the third step. And they just want to bring in the good, but you really need to declutter first. Like, that's key. You need to start decluttering, purging out the old and making space, physical space, emotional space, so that you are inviting healthy abundance into your life, okay? And that's a process. So, if you were doing this on your own, it would really involve creating a lot of awareness into your expectations, noticing your habits, and how you typically respond to abundance. Are you typically thinking things aren't enough? It's not good enough. Or are you typically pointing out the negative? So a mindset of pessimism is not abundance, right? So this is why I said abundance is a mindset. So it's going to be very difficult to be in the flow of abundance if you have a negative or pessimistic mindset. So you want to clean out your mindset and work on developing an optimistic, healthy mindset, okay? And in fact, if you've ever looked at the research by Barbara Fredrickson, she wrote the book Positivity. And she found that in order to create an abundant mindset, And the words that she uses is positive. In order to create a positive mindset, you need to practice what's called the 3-to-1 ratio. And what that means is that our brain is hardwired to already notice the negative. So you have to train it to notice 3 positive for every negative. And that takes practice. So this is why I said secret number 3 is daily practices. Okay? So first, step 1, declutter. Make space for new thoughts, new feelings, new beliefs to come in. The second step is to begin to reprogram, get your mind ready for change, get your mind ready for new beliefs, get your mind ready for looking at things from a different perspective and being open. And then the third is then practicing daily activities that will train your mind to see abundance and start taking action and thinking and behaving in a way that is in alignment with your abundance. Okay, so let's now talk about how to create flow and abundance with money. So the reason I'm bringing up money is because a lot of people think of money when they think of abundance. And my personal position is that money is one form of abundance. It's an important form because we use money in every area of our life, right? There's not an area of our life where money doesn't touch it. So my belief is, regardless of how much money you want in your life, you want to have a healthy relationship with it because it's going to touch every area of your life. But there are other forms of abundance. Health is a huge form of abundance, right? I mean, I believe that health is a form of wealth. So it's really about your definition of abundance. Whatever abundance means to you, how to create flow is going to be the same. Okay, so the example I'm going to give is money. And in here, in order to create a positive relationship with money, you want to look at, well, how do you perceive money? So if money was a person, who would it be? Is it someone positive or negative? Like, what person comes to mind? When you think of money, is you're thinking money's never there for me? I never have enough. Money abandons me. I'm not good enough for money. So if money was a person, what kind of person would it be? And there might even be an image of someone that comes to mind for you. If it's a negative image, that's your current relationship with money. So let that sink in for a second, okay? And just really reflect on where you're at in your current relationship with money. And just notice. The next thing you want to do to create flow and abundance with money is work through the deepest issues around money. And the deepest issues usually involve safety, deserving, and worthiness. Safety is the foundation, right? So safety is critical. If you don't feel safe to have money, if you think if you have money, something bad is going to happen, your subconscious is not going to allow you to have and keep money. This is why you'll see some people and they'll just overspend, or the second they get money, you know, it goes through their hands, or some unexpected bill comes up. So the first issue, core issue around money is it safe? Do you feel like it's safe to have it? Do you feel like it's safe to have a lot of it or enough of it? The second thing is, do you feel that you deserve it? Do you think that you have to work really hard to earn it? Do you think it's for other people? Do you think that, you know, you're not responsible enough? Just notice what thoughts or feelings come around in your feeling of deserving. And the same goes with your self-worth. Do you feel worthy of earning and generating money? And by looking at it this way, you are going to notice where the blocks are. So this is why I'm having you ask really powerful questions. What's your relationship with money? What are your expectations? What do you think would happen if you had more flow and abundance with money? So when all those feelings and thoughts bubble up, if they're limiting, if they're negative, if they're disempowering, those are your blocks. Those are the blocks that you want to work through, because those blocks make it very difficult for you to see the abundance that could be available to you, because they act like blinders and blind spots. Okay, so when it comes to creating flow and abundance with money, you want to master the earn, save, and spend cycle. So you want to know, how do you feel about earning it? What's your experience of saving it? What's your experience of spending it? So because of the upbringing I had with money, where it felt like there often wasn't enough, in my current relationship with money, which is very healthy now, I started to train my kids at a young age how to have a healthy relationship with money. So they have chores and they do things to earn money. And then they have 3 little cups, and on the cups it's save, give, and spend. And so when they get their allowance, which is $5, I give them all ones, and then they put $3 in their spend, $1 in their save, $1 in their give. I mean, sometimes we mix it up a little bit depending on what's going on, but I'm training them to put money in each bucket every single time so that it becomes a habit, right? So saving becomes a habit. Giving becomes a habit. And they have a healthy relationship, and they're in balance with money. They're not overspending or saving so much where they're not enjoying it. Okay, so that's an example of how to create a healthy cycle with the earn, save, and give. And have fun with money, right? You want money to have fun. And just notice, do you have difficulty having fun with money? Are you so stressed with money that the idea of having fun is just a foreign concept to you? So just notice what shows up for you when you think about these questions, and be really gentle with yourself, because everyone has limiting beliefs around money, and you're just working through wherever you're at this moment. So my money story. So as I mentioned, I came from a family where my parents divorced when I was at a young age, and my mom was a single mom for a while before she remarried, and during that time, things were just really tight for us. She often didn't have money for things. And so she probably was a little overly focused on money, and so I had some negative beliefs around money, and I had issues of not feeling worthy of money, and at the same time thinking that I had to work really hard for it. Okay, so thinking that like it couldn't come easy to me, and so in learning how to redevelop my relationship with money, I've had to work through those worthiness issues. I had to work through the idea that I have to work really hard for it so I could allow more flow in my life and be a better receiver. So I was good at giving, but I had a really difficult time receiving and allowing other people to be generous with me, right? I always felt like, oh, I've got to pay them back, or I might owe them. And again, those are all blocks, right? That was me blocking abundance because I had a hard time receiving. So in a healthy relationship with money, there's a balance of give and take. There's a balance of giving and receiving, and that's what flow is, right? It flows. You feel comfortable giving, you feel comfortable receiving. And for a lot of people, they have a hard time receiving. So if you're someone like who thinks, oh, I owe someone, or have you ever had this experience? Because this used to come up a lot for me, where someone would try to pay my way and I'd be like, oh no, and I'd like either keep paying them back or not let them treat me. Those are difficulties in receiving. So just pay attention to that, because that's gonna block the flow of abundance, and you won't see how the universe wants to be kind and generous with you, because you're actually blocking it without realizing it. Okay, so let me share with you some success stories that happened to me and then happened to others once I changed my relationship with money. So when I started to work on my relationship with money and really shifted my beliefs, so I started to work on the 3 steps I told you about. I started to declutter negative expectations and thoughts and beliefs around money. And I started to make space for new things, for new beliefs, and actually new things to come into my life, right? So decluttered by clearing out mental space and physical space. So I literally went through my closet and all the things that I was just holding on to but not really using. And I really looked at them and I thought, okay, what message am I sending to myself that I'm holding on to this old stuff? And I started to just purge things that I was no longer using. And I started to really use things that I feel good in. So clothes, right? So wearing clothes that I feel good in, that fit me, and that give me the message of how I want to feel about myself. So there was a time period where I wear a lot of sweatpants because I was a busy mom. And I thought, is that really the image, like the message I want to send to myself? So I went through old clothes and I went through every area of my house and I started to declutter on a physical level, but also on a mental level. I started to like really work through all the negative beliefs and thoughts and habits and feelings around money and abundance. And there's many ways you can do this. I'm going to tell you a couple. So there's tapping. That's a way. There is, like, people can do journaling. There's energy healing. That's specifically what I do. There's rewriting your money story. So there's different ways that you can declutter the negative beliefs, because in order to get to the deep beliefs, you've got to work with your subconscious mind, because a lot of times we don't recognize what our own blocks are. And so we need a process that gets to the deep cleaning. Kind of like when someone cleans your house, there's like the surface level and there's the deep level that's going to make a difference. And so with the decluttering, you want to find a way to get at the deep level, at the deepest level of your beliefs, because you want to clear out the negative subconscious blocks and expectations around money. And so that's what I did. And so after working on the 3 secrets that I shared with you, what happened is I got 2 unexpected bonuses. I started to attract new experiences in my life. I met a business partner. I started to create new programs. I started to have, so remember, abundance comes in many forms. So I started to take better care of myself, right? I started to value my time. I started to have more fun in my relationships. I began to relax. I improved my relationship with my mom. I was able to set healthier boundaries. Like, all these amazing things happened when I started to work on my abundance and being in the flow. And most recently, the most amazing thing happened, actually. It's probably 3 weeks ago at this point. So 3 weeks ago, I went to a workshop. And in this workshop, you got tickets and you put your name in to earn a prize. And you get to put your name 10 times. And everyone, there's 30 or 40 people in that room. I'm telling you the truth. This was so crazy. So I'm so one in abundance that when they took the name out of the hat to give prizes, I won just about every prize. And I thought, how is this possible? I only put how is it possible that I keep pulling my name out of the hat? It was really amazing. It was the most amazing experience I ever had. I couldn't believe it. It was like incredible. I'm so one with abundance. So I won a free session with someone. I won a free scarf. I won a beautiful tote bag. I won earrings. I won a water jug that was really cool. My daughters took that. I won some soaps. I mean, it just kept going on and on. Now, the funny thing was, and this is what I noticed with myself, even though I'd worked to have a high abundance level, I reached a point where I just started to give it away because it felt a little uncomfortable. So that helped me recognize, wow, like I even have a ceiling here, even though I've improved so much. So there's always opportunity for growth when you're working on your abundance. Now, let me share some of the success stories that have happened with people I've worked with in helping their abundance. And these success stories, honestly, they come from just even one session from working on their abundance. So Prim says that after just one session of working on her abundance, she felt refreshed and she received some unexpected money from a client. So she got just the money she needed to do what she wanted. It was awesome. Dante says that he opened up to receiving. He felt light. And what was interesting in that session, remember, abundance comes in many forms. he started to receive some improvement in his arms and his hands. And after the session, he left feeling light and happy and started to attract more positive experiences because he was in a better state of mind. He was in a state of abundance. Another client, Felicia, literally texted me saying that she received an unexpected bonus and she was so excited. And in fact, I just talked to her last week and she's now ready for a house. Like, this is amazing. And Barbara said that after one session, she feels more relaxed with money and she got out of the emergency feeling with money. So have you ever been in the emergency feeling where it just feels like there's a constant state of crisis with money? If that's the case, it's because you have negative beliefs around money. And again, that's about having a hard time keeping it, right? So I really want to encourage you to shift your abundance with money, because when you shift your relationship with money and with abundance in general, amazing new experiences come into your life because you're starting to operate with a different mindset and you begin to behave in new ways, have different expectations, and that changes your reality, right? So you will have a totally new reality and a new experience when you upgrade your beliefs and shift your mindset and create an abundant mindset. So I want to talk with you about potential next steps. So if you're interested and ready and want some support in creating that abundant mindset, you are ready. You want to finally get past your negative money story and step into the flow of abundance, then I want to offer you this amazing opportunity that starts June 26th. This is a brief 12-week coaching program called Unleash Your Prosperity. And in this program, we work on getting you in alignment with abundance so you don't have to work so hard for abundance. We help you get in the flow of abundance and improve your relationship with money. We clear money blocks. So as I mentioned to you, you need a way to get at the deeper subconscious level. And in this course, we do that. We go through processes and techniques to clear the actual money blocks from your subconscious mind so that you're attracting new experiences. We also work on releasing fears and insecurities that you have around money. So fears that they're not being enough, fears that you're not good enough, fears that you're going to run out of money. All of that we clear so that you're operating from an abundant and healthy mindset so you can attract those experiences that will help you be able to maintain your abundance and operate in ways that, you know, where abundance continues to flow, right? So mastering that earn, save, spend cycle. We also learn how to be able to raise your ability to attract more abundance and prosperity in your life. So if you are ready to take a stand on your abundance, if you are, you know, if you want to send a powerful message to yourself and you want to let yourself know that you are worth it, that you're worthy of abundance, that you're ready to finally get past your blocks around abundance so you can really stay in the flow of abundance and create that new abundant mindset, then I want you to join me for this Unleash Your Prosperity program. Again, it starts Monday, June 26th. I'm going to include the link for you to join me. The investment is if you join me from this link, I'm giving you a special offer of $297. That's $297 for 12 weeks. So it's really like a no-brainer. There's for the quality of information and processes you're going to receive, like the price is really affordable and you will see radical shifts. I'm so confident about it that I'm even going to give you a 30-day guarantee. So within the 30 days of purchase, if you don't see a shift, you'll get your money back, no problems. Because I'm really confident that this is going to shift your relationship with abundance. And this is a special price if you've watched this webinar. So you're going to be getting it at a crazy affordable price. And it's not going to be this low ever again. So now's the time to really, if you feel the nudge and to work on your abundance, I want to offer you this opportunity. So what you're going to get is 12 powerful, life-changing modules. You're going to receive forever access to the recordings. So if for some reason you can't make the recordings or you can't make the live class because it's going to start on June 26th at noon Pacific Standard Time. So if there's some reason you can't make it, no problem. You will receive the recording of the class, so you're not going to miss anything. And once you receive that recording, you can listen to the class over and over again. It's a 1-hour class. And you're also going to receive weekly assignments for accountability. So you're going to go through these assignments, and each one builds upon the other. And you're also going to receive a workbook that goes with it. So you'll receive all the materials that you need to be successful in the program. There's no other purchase that you need to make. So how awesome is that? I know sometimes when you purchase a program, there's other fees that come along with it, but this is a one-time fee and you will receive everything that you need. And you'll also receive coaching from me as well. So I do hope that you join me, and I would love to support you on creating a really powerful relationship with abundance so that you can attract more ease in your life with abundance, and you can enjoy more of life and really tune yourself into abundance so that that's your daily place of existence. And I just want to share with you, when I was taking a stand on my abundance, this was like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago now. You might see this, wondering what this painting is. This is a cat in the hat painting. I hope you can see it. It's my favorite painting. And it was just a spontaneous visit to the Dr. Seuss Museum. And I literally sat in the museum and thought, oh, can I make this investment in myself? I'd never made it an investment at the level of this painting. But I was working on my abundance and I thought, this brings me joy and I want to bring joy into my home. That was a feeling that I wanted to really resonate with. I wanted to feel joyful in my life. Well, I ended up purchasing this painting, even though it was outside of my comfort zone, and it meant me stepping in faith. And I'm happy to say it's actually quadrupled in size. So I paid like $2,000 for it, and I've been recently told that it's now worth $10,000. So that's really exciting, right? I mean, that's what happens. That's the awesome things that happen when you take a stand on your abundance and you take action that is in alignment with your intention to create abundance. This was scary for me when I purchased this. It was stepping outside of my comfort zone, but I just knew that I wanted this. I knew that I wanted to send a powerful message to myself that I'm worthy of joy, and I deserve joy. And every time I look at this painting, it actually brings me so much joy. It makes me laugh every day. And not only does it bring me joy, but it actually brought me, income. So I love it. So thank you so much for joining me. Again, the link to join the program is available here. I want to encourage you, now is the time to take the stand. If you're ready for abundance, take a stand and step into the flow of prosperity because you deserve it. All right, take care.